In LA, yeah, got no breaks, yeah. Living fast, Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, yeah. See the tray, yeah, it's a lake, yeah. Swipe the chase soon, now she wanna date, yeah. Straight to Nobu, on the coast, dude. Shawty only like cocaine and Whole Foods, yeah. Snapping up on the gram, her ass going crazy. Now she wanna fuck me in a foreign, going 80. Malibu, Malibu. If you're out of foreign, then she laugh at you. Malibu, Malibu. Spending daddy's money with an attitude. Roxanne, Roxanne. All she wanna do is party all night. Goddamn, Roxanne. Never gonna love you, but it's alright.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are back on GarageBand iOS doing how to get some nice melodic rap vocals for your songs. And as you saw before, I used that demo from the song Roxanne, a song that blew up on TikTok this year and is a pretty good example of some melodic rap songs. Let's get straight into this. So the first thing that we're going to do is your auto-tune. So the way that you're going to get your auto-tune is kind of using the preset that you have made earlier, because there's no like kind of on-off button. You sort of have to make a preset and then work from there. So because for the time's sake for this video, I'm going to link my how to auto-tune in GarageBand iOS video down below, and you can go check that out. It's a quick video, should give you everything you need of how to auto-tune in GarageBand. First thing that we're going to do is go into our EQ. Now this is pretty important here, because if you want to kind of get that crisp poppy sound that you kind of hear between these melodic and pop and rap singing kind of artists, you want to make your vocals nice and crisp. Now your EQ sort of depends based on what microphone you're using, but I'm using a Beats Solo 3 auxiliary microphone. It is basically the aux cord that comes on my Beats headphones, and it's not the greatest mic in the world, but with some EQ you can make it better. So you want to keep a little bass just a little bit up, so you can get rid of that kind of thin canniness, and then to kind of get rid of that telephony like tinniness, I guess, you want to drop the mids. Dropping the mids is probably one of the most important parts of your EQ. I'm going to drop it around the 500 mark. That is where you want to do it. The next thing is take your treble and put it up to kind of get some nice crisp high ends in your vocals. The one thing you want to make sure is beware to not put your high ends over here or raise it up too much, or the crispness will be too much and it will be too trebly and too much of the high ends. Alright, so let's go into our next step, which is our compressor. Now, our compressor is also pretty important in the sense that it's different from what I usually use with my other rap vocals. So, you want to keep the ratio pretty high, and the main thing is the attack. You want to keep your attack pretty high to kind of keep your vocals open and let a lot of transients in, and you don't want to keep it suppressed and punchy and attack, because that's what you use when you're doing normal rap vocals, but this is more singing melodic rap vocals. The next thing that we're going to go into is our master effects. So one thing I want to make sure that you guys know is to not go into your edit plus track reverb. That is definitely a no-no. Don't do that. It'll kind of muffle your sound. So if you want to go to reverb, go to master effects and click large hall. Get some nice reverb in here, because that is something that a lot of these artists tend to use, is a lot of open space and reverb. So that is a good thing to have. Now if you're duplicating the track like I am, making sure that they're exactly in the same spot, and then putting one all the way to the right and all the way to the left, you don't want to overload the reverb, because when you have two coming in at both sides, it's going to be pretty overpowering. So just be cognizant of that. The next thing that is probably one of the most important things, I should have said this in the beginning, Alright, so once you have your auto-tune, you have your reverb, you have your duplicating if you want, you have your EQ, you have your compression, everything should be pretty good for you to get your sound. Now this can be just a foundation point for where you're getting your own sound. If you want to do like an Arizona Zervas cover, or maybe cover Roxanne, or do anything specific with this, or just in general with your own songs. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you learned something. And if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. And as always, have a great day.